morning, and thank goodness it's Friday. He's already driving me crazy this morning. He cannot stop being silly already. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I don't care about you. Finally made it through the week with the help of KC Security. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. We certainly appreciate it every single morning, Daniel and Nathan.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
So, Luann.
You're giddy this morning.
I am. Well, you make me giddy. You make me giddy. We were talking about driving.
Yes.
And you were talking about maybe going off the road. You were nervous.
Well, yeah, because...
So you used the expression that I'd never heard before.
Okay, now help me with this, folks. Just help me with this. So I'm telling Tim, all my kids are down south, and so when they drive home, I look outside and I think, oh, the snow, and this time of the year, because I'm a worrier, blah, blah, blah. I'm always scared they're going to take the ditch. Right?
Take the ditch? I've never, and I said, take the ditch?
He said,
I said, is that something you said in Espanoodles? She's going to take, I hope you don't take the ditch.
I have said that my whole life.
Ditch.
Oh my gosh, I took the ditch. No?
I don't know. That reminds me of certain things like my friend, Sue Barber's mother-in-law, Maud Falls, rest her soul. Maud used to say things that cracked me up. She'd say, stay calm.
Stay calm.
Calm. And then she'd say, garage, right?
Garage, that's what I say.
And she wouldn't say margarine, she'd say margarine.
Margarine, yeah.
So I would always say, there's Maud Falls, and she's going to say, stay calm, I got margarine in the garage. Stay calm, I've got margarine in the garage.
Okay, my mother's from Kenora.
Yeah.
My dad was born and raised in Espanola, where I was born and raised. And she always says,
Margarine.
even now, margarine.
I don't know.
And my dad, because he's French, said,
if you're coming down the line,
garage.
don't take the ditch. All right?
Don't take the ditch.
I love it.
On your way to the garage to get the margarine.
Today is clean your refrigerator day. I told Luann that. I said, today's clean your refrigerator day. She said, well, then we should clean the refrigerator here on TV. We have a little video of what our refrigerator looks like here at On TV.
There are things in there we don't know.
That thing we don't know. No one wants to touch it.
We're not sure what that is.
We don't know what it was or what it is.
I know what you're thinking.
And
I know what it looks like.
And then she found this.
And there's something in there. Those are black fuzzy things.
I think we should call Algoma Public Health.
Yes.
Seriously?
And those apples, the skin on the apples are disgusting.
And then you found the tomatoes that have been in there. Yeah. Someone was supposed to take those home and no one did. And now they're just,
because they get forgotten, right?
Yeah, that's our tomatoes. Welcome to our fridge.
Yeah, this is our fridge.
So it's clean your refrigerator day.
Please do.
I'm not doing it.
There's a Fridge Friday at the Lottery Corporation, Jim was telling me.
Fridge Friday?
Yeah.
What do they do?
He goes around, and if there's stuff in the fridge, containers and all.
I know, but we needed a hazmat suit to go in there and touch that stuff.
Take the containers, though, and chuck them in the garbage can.
Chuck those whole containers
right out.
You know what?
Seriously.
Did you have...
But I put my cream in there, and I'm scared. Because I'm alone in the morning. I open it like, something's going to jump out at me.
In the video, maybe they saw the box of the cupcake. Cheesecake cupcakes.
Cheesecake cupcakes.
Courtesy of
Trisha's Kitchen here in Sault Ste. Marie. She is...
I love this last name. Trisha Iacoboni.
Iacoboni.
That's a last name. Iacoboni. That sounds like...
She's on Facebook. So Trisha's Kitchen is on Facebook. And she has all kinds of cheesecakes. And we got a Bailey's cheesecake.
Bailey's with vanilla cinnamon.
And then gingerbread.
In the fridge.
We kind of
and then another one that's gingerbread.
Gingerbread cheesecakes.
Okay.
With a little gingerbread man sticking in it.
And he's soft, which she doesn't like hard men.
I don't like hard men.
So it's soft. Remember that from last year?
She
awesome. She doesn't like stiff gingerbread men.
No, I don't like stiff gingerbread.
So the soft made her happy.
I was happy with the soft.
But anyway,
guess who brought them?
We finished the show yesterday. Luann, 9 o'clock. We walk out of the studio and into the green room office area, and there are two people standing there that I don't really recognize. And I'm like, hello, who do we have here? Michelle Prevost Prevost. Did she actually?
She said it's Michelle from Indiana.
It's Michelle. There's Michelle and her dad, the retired vet from Sault Ste. Marie. Everybody loves Jim McDonald. That's Dr. Jim McDonald, his daughter Michelle, who lives in Indiana, who has been watching the show faithfully, and she's in town to visit her dad. to take them to a medical appointment. And so they stopped by the studio to introduce themselves and to say hello in person.
And brought us those
and
treats.
brought 2 boxes for the entire staff here of those homemade, this
I was
Trish's
overwhelmed.
Kitchen.
I was so,
We got a little
so
teary-eyed.
overwhelmed. Yeah.
She wrote a card for us to use.
Yeah, because she knows we
that
both
don't-
hate use.
Yeah, that's our grammatical pet peeve.
Yeah. But I just thought it was so lovely of
Blew us
her
away.
to, first of all, she was the first person that we ever
Heard from.
interacted with. She
sent an email.
emailed. She just sent an email saying, "Oh, I really like the show. I'm from Sault Ste. Marie. I go
From
back."
Sault Ste. Marie, never mind,
Yeah.
from Sault Ste. Marie. Her brother Michael was in my grade at St. Mary. She was a year behind us at the Mount. So, I mean, I know the family. And I mean, Jim McDonald,
Unbelievable.
vet in Sault Ste. Marie, I've always known.
Northland Animal.
Northland Animal Clinic was his, and of course his wife Pat. Pat passed away, but she was a real fixture. I loved Pat McDonald. She was
These
a
two
character.
people-
They were married like 56 years.
Their energy, the doctor, he was the sweetest man. Oh, hugs and
He
it just,
looks like
I
he's
was-
in his 70s. He's
seriously
87 years old.
Yeah, I said, "What kind of cold cream are you using?" Because
So-
it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, just awesome. And she
that's
says
something?
now she's got her sister who also lives in the States. She's got her sister hooked on the show. So you know what?
And Michael's
Michelle,
retiring.
Seriously,
Darn you, Michael.
we
We're the
so,
same age
so
and he's
appreciate
retiring.
it. Just so awesome that she would have
Yeah.
taken the time to come and see us and bring her dad. And
It was so
It
great
was
seeing
lovely.
Jim, and he was just hugs all over.
yeah,
Anyway, that
yeah,
was
it
nice.
was great. It was a great, great day.
Okay, and they're driving to
Petoskey.
Petoskey today, so don't take the ditch.
Don't take the ditch. Be careful. So,
Yes,
the
what
Don
happened?
Cherry thing. Will not stop with the Don Cherry
Is it because
thing.
that lady opened her yap on that talk show?
It's called The Social.
Okay.
And it's on CTV.
She
And her
opened her-
name
that was rude.
is
Sorry.
Jessica Allen. She's one of the hosts on The Social. And I wrote these down because I didn't want you to think that I was saying this.
These are the things that she said on
She
air.
said she doesn't worship at the altar of hockey. And she also said
That's her.
all the players tended to be white boys who weren't, let's say, very nice. Then she says they were not generally thoughtful. So huge social media reaction. I mean, immediate. Like CTV's in their apology, CTV finally apologized, or not finally, CTV apologized, and we're sorry that certainly we weren't trying to focus negatively on it. It's certainly a touchy issue, and the fact that Don Cherry was fired and all of that, they encompassed everything, and they got so much reaction on social media. The Saskatchewan Bronco hockey players that were involved in the crash, the bus crash,
Oh, what about them?
several of them passed away. Several of them are still dealing with injuries.
Yeah.
One of the fathers of a guy who passed away said, "How dare you?
Oh my
You
gosh.
do not know my son."
She went beyond that, Luann. She basically called it an elitist sport. She said
Oh,
really,
gosh.
really unfounded, sweeping generalizations about the sport, and it was. Alex played it for me, Alex Parr, because he has a sports show here on
Yeah, and
TV.
he loves sports.
And so he showed me the clip of what she was saying, and I was like, "What?" So,
it's
and people are saying now, why isn't she fired?
well, that's what somebody on
Is this where we
on
get to? This is
Twitter
where we
tweeted.
get to now, I don't
But
know.
you know what? It's interesting because we kind of do what we do, right? We talk and we give you our opinions for whatever they're worth. We goof around and stuff. And she is very much on an opinion show. She's a host. But CTV said that doesn't mean that you go that way. I guess maybe there could have been a nicer way of her to have said that. When she apologized, which she did. She said that she was referring to the hockey players that she knew in high school and university. She wasn't referring to anybody current. Well, you can't make a general like that because you didn't say that in your comments. So.
Yeah. Wow. The whole thing makes me
Unbelievable.
anxious.
You know what? It hurts my stomach.
Yeah.
Hockey. You don't touch hockey.
Okay, you know
in
what?
Canada.
How about this? Let's all breathe. And when we come back, we're going to have some music.
Woohoo!
All right. Nicholas Luck is one of the performers. involved in the Singer-Songwriter Sunday series, brought to you by Cases Music and Dryer Fire, Nicole Dybel. And we have 3 tickets to give away, and this is the show you need to watch. Watch the interview, catch the name of the song, the original song that Nicholas performs right in the next segment. Email it to me at timothy@superiormedia.ca or just newsroom@superiormedia.ca. The name of the song, and you'll be entered for a draw to win 3 free tickets to the Singer-Songwriter Sunday series. And we'll announce that the contest closes at noon. I'll contact you after 12 o'clock today and let you know if you're the winner.
Good luck.
So enjoy the interview with Nicholas, and then later on, Pauline Pelletier, it's the Builders Bash for Habitat for Humanity is coming up next week. I'm going to be the MC, and we're going to do an interview with Pauline to find out about the details about that event. Plus, Luann has the news. Fur and Feathers Friday won't be here, so no pets today, but we've got a full show for you anyway, so stay with us. You want to win some tickets, some free tickets? Okay, it's the Singer-Songwriter Sunday series at Cases Music, brought to you by Dryer Fire and Cases Music. Last week, they featured a couple of musicians. I know that Christina Mertenen was one and Jacob Quarrel was another. Coming up this Sunday, it is the one and only Nicholas Luck. Who's on the bill with you, Nicholas?
Mr. Tati.
Mr. Tati, I know his family. They're, I've known them for a long time, actually. His uncle, Ken McAuliffe, is quite a well-known Canadian actor. And so you are one of the series, and then the following week it's Mark Dunn, and do you know who's on with Mark? I forget. Anyway, Mark's going to be on the show next week.
Oh, with Jackson Reed.
That's correct. Good for you. You know everything. The things get underway at Cases. Now, what they're doing is kind of cool, right? They have a lobby area at Cases, a little fireplace going, some chairs set up like a lounge setting.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are up there. Is it one set for each performer? Like, do you do all your stuff and then, who did you say? I'm sorry again.
Mr. Tati.
Yeah, Mr. Will Mr. do his stuff after, or do you take turns back and forth? Like, do you work together at all? What's the setup?
I'm assuming it's going to be a set by set.
Set by set. Okay.
I don't know everything.
All right. How many tunes have you got ready to go with this one? Because this is all original works on that night, or are you doing some stuff? Because it's singer-songwriter, so I would imagine you could present some stuff that you've written, some originals, and if you wanted to do covers, you could. Are you doing a combo?
Probably planning. Well, it's planned, but I'll do some guitar numbers.
Are you doing guitar and you're doing keyboard too?
Yeah, why not?
Look at you go. And the reason you can win tickets if you listen to the name of the song. Well, listen to the song that Nick is going to perform, Nicholas, and then send an email to either me, timothy@superiormedia.ca, or to newsroom@superiormedia.ca by 12 o'clock today. This is airing on Friday. And I will then get a hold of you. I will do a draw with all the entries at afternoon, and I will send an email to the winner, and we'll announce on Monday who won the tickets. They can use them for your performance night. They can use them for Mark's performance night, you and Mr. rather, or Mark on the 24th. Or they can combine them and use some, and they can see both of you guys. They can use the tickets however they want. So thanks to Nicole Dybel for these. Let me talk to you a little bit about your musical background. Now, I've known you since you were quite young. You did musical theater.
Yes.
You studied some keyboards a little bit. Mm-hmm. Then you went on to study further. Did you take guitar lessons too, or were you self-taught with guitar?
Mostly self-taught with the guitar. You learn. You start with like the White Stripes, and then you just kind of keep going. Really enjoy like rockabilly.
Rockabilly, yeah.
It's guitar's it's interesting because everybody's different with the guitar, right? So it's nice to work on the guitar because it's more rhythmic in a sense. So then translating it to another very rhythmic instrument.
So do you prefer to compose on guitar because it's more chordy, and then you can break it down to keyboard and add the flourish, or do you compose on both?
Well, lately it's mostly been piano.
Most
I mean,
piano.
with life now, so it's mostly the piano now. But a lot of the guitar songs that I'll be performing. I used to go to the Toronto Islands because it was the only place you could really write music. You go to like Rehearsal Factory and stuff like that, and it was a quiet place. And I was also working there, so it was nice to go there because there was nobody around, and you were around nature.
So you'd sit with your guitar, Toronto Island, and compose.
Basically, yeah.
That's lovely.
And then, because you had to find a place to, write somewhere.
Yeah.
You like to be, in that sort of, depends, obviously. But
Yeah.
But yeah, nowadays a lot more keyboards, and working on other projects that you kind of need the
The
piano.
keyboard. So jazz is new to you?
Well,
Because what you're about to sing is definitely jazz influenced. Wouldn't you say?
I don't know.
Nick, it's got a real. I listened to just your rehearsal. The keyboards are very jazzy. Vocals. I'm gonna. You haven't heard it yet, but there's a famous jazz horn player, Chet Baker. When we finish I'm gonna take you into the office. I'm gonna listen to Chet Baker because I think you sound like him, and that's a compliment. Yeah. No. Okay. So, when you're working with at the conservatory and at Algoma U, you also worked with. Give me his name.
Dr. Turgeon.
Dr. Turgeon.
Edward Turgeon.
Ed Turgeon. Edward Turgeon. Has he influenced you in your musical styling at all? From taking lessons from Ed and having Ed as a teacher?
Well, it's really great. Sort of last year, I got really into classical music.
Okay.
And like a lot of like classical, but like you know what I mean. Especially like early 20th century, like Anyways, so it's really great to work with a teacher because when you're mostly self-taught, I mean, lessons younger, it's good to have like a second ear instead of, you can always record yourself, but somebody who has like a background in concert performance, it's really great. They say, okay, well, like your fingering, that's not right. And then like all these sort of things, right? And then like making sure you're getting those dynamics correctly. And you can learn a lot from that, especially as a composer, looking at all the works of other people and really seeing how like their blueprints and all that and how everything sort of works together. It's definitely enriches and like anybody.
And you're continuing. So I mean, you started off young age taking lessons in musical theater. Then high school you did bands, and then Algoma U you did music, and then now you're continuing to work with Dr. Turgeon at the conservatory, and you're also doing an online course with Humber.
Yes.
Tell me about that just a little bit. Like, what is that called? What's the course called, and what are you studying, and how does it work?
Well, it's just a composition program.
Composition program.
1 year, yeah. So it's getting a bunch of different composers around.
So cool. Very
And,
cool.
Yeah. So it's and you work with a mentor. I work with Brian Current, and we basically you work on a large project. The one I'm working on now is it's good. I'm thinking more in the dance realm. For a contemporary dance. Piece. If you follow me on social media, you know what.
Where do we follow you on social media? Nice plug.
You can follow me on Instagram. You can also check out my website as well. Easy website, nicholasluck.com. So
there you go,
see.
nicholasluck.com. This is Nicholas Luck. The name of the song you're about to perform for those who want to win these tickets is
Through It All.
Through It All. And some people might recognize, I caught the reference as to a local landmark that is sort of the central meeting spot for you and the young lady in the song.
Maybe 30 years before.
Yeah, right.
Maybe another person.
Hey, I want to thank you for joining me on the show. It's always nice to see you.
You as well, Tim.
Okay. I'm going to get out of your way now and let you perform Through It All. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Luck. Check him out at the Singer-Songwriter Sunday Series at Cases Music, brought to you by Cases Music and Dryer Fire. Take it away, Nicholas.
Interior aisles, acrylic tiles, all the while walking through it all. Walking through it all. It was 3 o'clock and talking to the girl with the locker down the hall. I said, giddy up and meet me, see me at the Jardin. She said, where to go?
to find me in the center of it all. Right by the fountain, throw some copper down a wishing on a. There she is, all that is. There she is, hand in his. Walking through it all, baby, walking through it all. There she is, all that is leaning in. There she is, all that is leaning in for us.
So I've made myself a sign, and I hang it, I save it in the bathroom.
Kick me?
No. And I put it up, and the sign says, "Don't panic, you ate beets last night."
Right? Could you imagine? I love beets.
It's my sign.
It's a bit scary.
Okay, on this date in 2017,
Besides Clean Your Fridge Day.
yes, Da Vinci, Leonardo, you know him?
Oh, Leonard, yeah.
Yeah. He has a painting called Salvator Mundi. It's of a Jesus, white Jesus. White Jesus in Renaissance dress. By the way, Salvator Mundi means, there's the painting. That means,
Oh, okay.
Salvator Mundi means savior of the world.
He looks like he's got the weight of the world on his
In
shoulders. doesn't he?
2017, that painting broke all records for the highest price paid for any artwork. It still holds the record. Luann, that sold for $450.3 million.
What?
I know. So I was just wondering,
453?
how much do you think I can get for this? Remember this? I did this for paint night on
I'll
the
give
air.
you $1.50.
How much do you think I can
Buck
get?
and a half, buck and a
I
half.
would
It's
like-
a $1.50, $1.75, $1.75. Go for it. $1.75.
Now I need you to do me a favor.
No
Because it's
takers.
also National Philanthropy Day.
Philanthropy.
yeah,
Oh,
which
yes, okay.
So that's about my mustache.
It's always all about
So
you.
can you take a picture? This is for my...
Okay, I'm going to do a close-up.
Yeah, my mustache, because it's getting close. It's a month. It's a tongue line.
Okay, you got to stop talking for a second.
That's not easy to do. I'll just do this instead and still talk and just not move my lips. Did you get it? Okay.
I think I
I'm
might
gonna
have.
post that update on my Movember page and
In
show
case you
how
can't
that-
see it here.
And this looks like your shins right now, actually. I'm gonna grate
My
some-
cankles.
I'm gonna grate some cheese for the pasta in the fridge. Just rub it against Luann's shins. Okay, so that's covered too. Next, what do you got? Anything?
Taylor Swift.
What happened to her?
She is some kind of ticked off. She's going to be inducted as the American Music Awards
Okay.
as Artist of the Decade.
Decade?
So that's kind of something, right? She's only 14 years old and now, so
So between 2010 2020, she is it.
she's Artist of the Decade.
Okay.
Now, if you recall, we told you about the fact that her older music,
Yeah.
the music company who owned it,
Mm-hmm.
was bought out by Scooter Braun and Scott Borchetta,
Her enemies.
and she was ticked. She was so upset.
Yeah.
But she found a way legally that in 2020 she can actually re-record all of her newest or her earlier hits and redo them, and then they'll belong to her.
Those versions will.
Yes, but in the meantime, she was going to do a medley on the American Music Awards.
Yeah.
and they won't let her use her own music.
No.
They will not let her sing her old songs. And they're doing a
because
documentary.
they still own the master. She hasn't re-recorded them yet.
Because she can't legally until 2020. Also on Netflix, they're doing a documentary on Taylor so far.
Yeah.
And she did not want to announce it this way, but when she tweeted about this, she said, I wanted to tell you, I wanted this to be a big surprise. There's a documentary coming out. They won't let her use her new music or her first recorded music on the documentary either.
Scandal.
People
Scandalous.
on Twitter, I mean, like people
Exploding.
like artists and people are freaking out.
Freaking.
You know what? I don't think that Scooter and Scott should like leave their house for a bit.
No.
Because Tay-Tay's peeps are not happy with you too. They are some kind of ticked off. But you know what?
No,
like she's
never.
devastated. You know, she's been writing songs since she was 13 years old, and now she can't even perform them? She wrote them. She sang them. She made a whole bunch of money. I don't know, man.
I
There's
don't
something
know.
wrong. So now the whole Me Too thing is coming up in the music industry, and maybe it's time, and these two men are being aggressive, and these two white guys. Oh gosh, there's stuff all over the place.
I don't think it has anything to do with men or race. I think it's just like business. Like that's the nature. It's cutthroat. It's cutthroat. The entertainment business is cutthroat, people.
Not that we would know.
No, we get along. Hey, you know what? We got a break. Go to news.
Okay, I'm going to go to news. Stay with us. Yesterday, Sioux College and Laurentian University joined together to sign another academic agreement in support of enhanced student learning. Through this expanded partnership, eligible graduates of Sioux College's two-year Social Service Workers Indigenous Specialization Program can now move on to complete a Bachelor of Indigenous Social Work at Laurentian University in an additional 2 years. As an added benefit to learners, the Bachelor of Indigenous Social Work at Laurentian offers flexible options, including the opportunity to complete the courses full-time on campus or part-time online. To be eligible to transfer into Year 3 of Laurentian University's Bachelor of Indigenous Social Work program, Sioux College students must complete their 2-year diploma with a minimum grade point average of 3.0. This new pathway agreement strengthens each institution's commitment to providing an enriched, quality education, as well as working together to move the Truth and Reconciliation Report calls to action forward. Ontario's top court has affirmed the policing powers of the province's Animal Welfare Agency, striking down a lower court's ruling that called into question the constitutionality of private law enforcement. The Court of Appeal for Ontario says a lower court judge erred in introducing reasonable standards of transparency and accountability as a principle of fundamental justice. Writing for a 3-judge panel, Justice Robert Sharp says, while it's a good idea and sound public policy to make law enforcement bodies transparent and accountable, it is not constitutionally mandated. The panel also struck down the application judge's ruling that the Ontario Society for the Protection of Animals' powers infringe on the charter right to liberty and security. Sharp noted there are intermediate steps between the OSPCA investigation and a person's potential conviction and imprisonment. A student pulled a gun from his backpack and opened fire at a Southern California high school yesterday, killing 2 students and wounding 3 others before shooting himself in the head on his 16th birthday.
Within approximately 16 seconds, it was over, and the gun was not displayed before that. From the time that he withdrew the handgun from his backpack to the time that he was on the ground with a gunshot wound to his head was about 16 seconds.
People who were the victims were all waiting for second period to start. So they were just like waiting for their class to start. It was almost as if
that's why they were outside in the quad area.
It was almost as if it were to happen at like a brunch or lunch, but there was just less people. But like people were just waiting for their class to start. It wasn't like everyone was in a classroom necessarily.
Our thoughts and prayers, our condolences to all the victims' families, first and foremost. And I want to reassure all the parents of their kids that go to school here in Saugus that we have their safety at heart. It's our number one priority. Our deputies answered the call, and they went towards the gunfire as everybody was running away from it, and that's what they're paid to do, and they did their job willingly. Their own kids are in that school, so you can imagine their concern.
Why didn't we do this in the first place?
You'd have to ask the last government that. They set it up. The finance minister at the time set it up, and I think it was a bad business model, and I've been certainly quoted a lot of times saying that wasn't a great business model. So.
New Brunswick has issued a request for proposals for a single private operator to take over the government's operation, distribution, and sales of recreational cannabis in the province. Finance Minister Ernie Steeves made the announcement yesterday in Fredericton, saying that after a careful analysis, the government concluded the best approach was to turn the private sector.
Everybody has their own lens to look at things, right? Public safety looks at it through their lens, social development through theirs, health through theirs. I work in finance, so my lens is through the dollar. And this was the best way to stop losing money at this point. We're responsible for the taxpayers' money. We have to be prudent with it, and this was the best way to stop losing money is what we saw and stop the bleeding.
The British Columbia government introduced a 10-point plan yesterday to protect youth from the health risks of vaping, including reducing nicotine content in vapor pods, increasing taxes on vaping products, and supporting youth-led anti-vaping campaigns. Health Minister Adrian Dix says youth vaping rates are increasing, which puts young people at risk of serious illness, and it's prompted the government to introduce the most comprehensive vaping plan in Canada.
We're taking action in British Columbia. We don't expect to be taking action alone. We are optimistic and hopeful that the federal government will be taking action soon as well to bring it in within their jurisdiction to support and enhance what we are doing in British Columbia. This is a 10-point plan based on the evidence, based on the hard work of the health authorities, of our supporting groups, of the staff of the Ministry of Health, who have reached out to people over the last number of days and weeks and months and year.
I'll be introducing legislation this month and the next week on a new tax rate for vaping products. If passed, this legislation would increase the provincial sales tax, the PST rate, that's applied on vaping products from 7% to 20%. And that will go into effect on January 1st of next year.
So did you get any more pledges for Movember?
I haven't looked yet.
Oh.
I'm waiting until after the show and hoping that they show up.
I will pledge you. I promise.
Will you?
If I forget, remind me.
Thank you. And Bree Bennett, remember? Yesterday I did an interview with Bree for Arch. It's going to air next week.
Okay.
And she said she'd pledge me too.
Bree?
Yeah. Fun for the whole family. Molly and the Oak Island Treasure, put on by Over the Rainbow Children's Entertainment Series. You can win tickets. There's an online contest. Go to SueOnline.com and check that out. And also you can win tickets to the 4th Annual Builders Bash. And that interview is coming up right after this break.
Awesome.
Right after this banter.
My goodness,
Pauline
we're just
Pennett's
such
here.
giving people,
We
aren't
are.
we?
In 1904, King C. Gillette, recognize that name? He patented the Gillette razor blade in 1904, and the very next day, everyone out and mortgaged their houses because that's how expensive razors are. Do you have any idea?
Oh, I know. Yeah, girls have to buy razors too.
Gillette Fusion, a 4-pack for refills, just the refills, between $17 to $24 for 4 razors. What are they made of? Gold? What are they, diamonds?
And women, I swear to goodness, women shavers the cartridges are even more expensive because they're pink.
So, isn't that ridiculous?
Like, really?
They turn them pink and charge you more money for them.
But like you said, like $24 for 4 cartridges.
I don't understand that. That's a
what?
racket. So
I think we should just
Mr.
all
Gillette.
grow our armpit hair.
Well, you could move to Europe and have armpit hair.
No, I could be a
France.
trendsetter here in Sault Ste. Marie.
A lot of ladies in France don't shave their armpits. That's why you can always tell the Air France plane it has hair under the wings.
Oh. Mine would get dull really fast though, because then I'd have to stop shaving my back hair.
I just read a really funny tweet from a man named Stephen Punwasi. Stephen is a contributor to Forbes magazine.
How about you read that tweet to us, Tim?
The tweet says, how are the people of Ontario still defending this government? They lost $42 million on cannabis sales. They can't even make money selling drugs. I thought that was funny.
BC, actually, in case you missed the newscast, is the first of the provinces to look to privatizing the cannabis industry and taking it away from government because they're losing so much money. He's like, yeah, so we're not making any money, so like, who wants to buy it?
I just anticipated there's going to be all this tax money coming in and stuff. What have they done wrong?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
I don't understand.
They need to talk to some drug dealers to figure out how to do it right.
You know what? There could be violence involved. There could be forcing. There could be, all sorts of things involved.
Wow.
We're not doing it right. We're too clinical about it, I think.
We need to be more lax.
You gotta go in and hey, you got some dope. Right?
That's what the new cannabis stores are gonna be like. You gotta go in like this.
Yeah.
Hi, I'd like to buy some grass for my yard.
Tangerine dream.
Okay, listen, Pauline Pennett's coming up, Habitat for Humanity Builders Bash next Friday, I think. No, the 29th. Anyway, you'll see the interview and you can win tickets. Stay with us with Pauline Pennett coming up right after this. Hi, Polly. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're like the Grinch over here with the bird.
I think so.
This is Pauline Pennett, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't recognize her from the Habitat for Humanity and her many appearances on the morning show.
Exactly, like an old regular.
I know, not old. Just regular.
Okay.
Because a lot of people who are old aren't regular.
That's true.
Hey, let's talk about the Builders Bash.
All right.
We're giving away tickets for it.
You are.
Okay.
2 tickets.
2 tickets?
Yes.
They have to go to Sue Online for the contest, and you can enter to win 2 tickets, and they're worth a lot of money.
They are $50
$50 each, so you can win $100 worth of, and that means you're going to go to Grand Gardens North on Friday the...
November 29th from 6 to 1 in the morning.
It's a nice long evening. We're going to have dinner, dancing, partying.
4-course dinner. There's going to be
4 courses?
4 courses, yeah.
Do you know what we're getting?
Yes.
Well, tell me.
We're starting off with chicken pastina soup and the bread.
Yes,
and then we're doing
homemade bread.
Yes, cheese ravioli and meatballs.
Yes.
Then we're doing porchetta, roasted potatoes, and green beans.
Porchetta and green beans, yes. Okay.
And then strawberry shortcake.
Oh my gosh, okay. And what else are we doing that night?
Games of skill, where you can win prizes.
Yes?
Yes, there's like hammer time, there's all kinds of ones.
You have to hammer the
yes.
nail. I suck at that one.
Well, then there's also washer toss, and there's ball drop, and we'll find one for you.
Okay, thank you. Wait a minute, do you pay for the games individually, Pauline?
Yes, $1 a game.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. You can, oh, that's way fun.
Yeah. And then we have a live band.
Do we know who they are?
Fluid 5.
Yes, nice.
And
that's after dinner for
after
dancing?
Dinner, yes, and the games will still go on after as well.
Still play, yeah.
And you're going to be our MC.
I am.
And we're doing a silent and a live auction.
Am I doing the live auction?
Yes.
I am?
Yes.
I just did one for the Sioux Area Hospital Foundation.
Okay.
I did pretty well. I helped raise some money.
I'm expecting more for us.
Okay, I'll do my best, Pauline. I'll try not to let you down. When does this all start?
It starts on
at
6 o'clock.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Tickets, where do we go?
HabitatSue.ca. On the website it'll tell you.
Oh.
Or you can give me a call at 941-9646, extension 224.
At Habitat for Humanity.
Yes.
Or they can just call and ask for Pauline.
Yes, or you can do Pauline at HabitatSue.ca. Or you can just stop in at the Restore.
Whenever you say Habitat Sue, it's S-A-U-L-T?
S-A-U-L-T, yes.
Okay. Or stop into the Restore you have.
Exactly, we sure do.
That's probably the easiest.
And we have a 50-50 draw going on at the same time, so you can get tickets for that.
At the store?
Yes.
Okay. When's that draw happening that night?
No, the 13th of December, right in time for Christmas
right in time
shopping.
to win money for Christmas shopping.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
I was asking you before we came to air about how the build is going now. The exterior is pretty much, you're done there
Yes,
outside.
the exterior is done. They're working on the inside.
This is the duplex, right? The other
yes,
half of the
other
duplex?
half, yeah. We have a family all lined up to move in.
You do?
We do. And once they're done their hours and the inside of the house is done, they get to move in.
So they do their 500 hours.
Yes.
And that's now. So over the winter months, that's when they'll be moving on to the interior
Yes,
of the house,
yeah.
right? So, and that's when the homeowner, the future homeowner,
Right.
will be doing their hours.
Yes, or they are
they can
doing
come to-
some at the store as well.
Right. That's a really cool thing. So to make up those 500 hours, you can actually volunteer to work at the.
Oh,
restaurant.
exactly. And the 3 children are volunteering as well.
She has 3 children.
yeah.
Single mom, 3 kids.
Yes.
She's gonna love that house.
Oh, I can't wait for her to move in.
Gosh.
Yes.
And the neighbors are there. They're happily ensconced.
They are loving it.
What a great program. Okay, so on the night of the Builders Bash, this is the 4th annual?
4th annual.
Okay, I need to know. So is this like a major fundraiser for you every year?
It is, yes. It's one of our biggest.
Okay, so how much money am I supposed to raise with the auction and stuff? Traditionally, how much has this night netted you? Can you tell us?
Around between 10 and 15,000.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
We're going to do 15,000 this year,
we
Pauline.
have some amazing auction items too.
Can you tell me?
We have 10 yards of topsoil donated.
Pardon me?
10 yards of topsoil donated.
Yards of
yes.
topsoil?
Yes. We have by Smith Aggregates.
Nice.
We have a bunch of different tools that have been donated.
Yeah.
We have a man cave package that's worth over $500.
This is for the live auction.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a pamper package for the women, and it's worth over $500. So we've got all kinds of amazing stuff.
And then it's a silent auction as well.
Yes, yeah, because we have about 20 different items or more.
Really?
Yes. So some we're just going to do a silent auction for.
And the entertainment then, so we're dancing until 1 o'clock in the morning. So bring your dancing shoes.
Oh, definitely.
Bring your wallets.
Yes.
And always remember too, when you go to these things, you may not necessarily need some of the stuff that's there, but bid on it anyway, because then you can get it and give it for gifts.
Oh, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So you can have fun and basically like shop at the same time by bidding on items.
Yeah, we have a staycation, so if you have family coming in, they could use that.
Really?
Oh,
are we dressing up, Pauline? How
Yes.
formal are we getting?
Semi-formal.
Semi-formal,
Yes,
okay.
you don't have to like be in
Don't
a tux
have black
or
ties
anything.
optional, no.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
semi-formal.
Yes.
It sounds like a blast.
Oh, I can't wait.
Friday, November the
29th.
29th. Tickets are available at Habitat for Humanity or
Yes.
online at
habitatsioux.ca.
Good. Or call
941-9646, extension 224.
Okay.
And tickets are $50 each, or a table of 10 is only $450.
Oh, you get a discount if you bring.
Yes.
If you bring. And so they're great for a workplace party.
Yes.
You could make this Builders Bash your workplace party. Get your 10 coworkers
We
together.
do all the work, and you guys just come and party.
Come and party, and there's a band, and that's a really great idea.
Yeah.
There, my voice just went down to the serious.
I
mode.
know.
All right, so there you go. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for being here. I'll see you next Friday.
Definitely.
Great fun.
2 Fridays.
I'll see you in 2 Fridays. I might see you next Friday too. You never know. I might just come by to visit the store.
Sounds good. You can shop.
I can. Okay.
You should see the Christmas trees we have on in already. Oh yeah.
See, Habitat for Humanity. We gotta go.
Okay. Sorry.
No, keep going. Mike says keep going. We can talk some more.
Yes.
You have Christmas trees.
We
at the
have
store?
all kinds of Christmas trees, Christmas decorations, all kinds of stuff.
Really?
We have
decorations too.
Yes.
Are any of that stuff new? Do you just?
Oh yeah, some of it's new.
Really?
Yeah.
Any big sales coming up?
We have on the 30th. We have a 25% off sale.
That's good.
Everything in the store.
Everything.
Everything. Blue ticket, green ticket, doesn't matter.
Okay.
And if it's already discounted, it'll be an extra 25% off.
What? So
So
not the original ticket price, whatever the price is.
Yes. So if it's been there for 2 weeks, it's already 50% off, and then you'll get another 25% off.
Beautiful.
So we want everybody to come out after they partied on the 29th.
After they part on the 29th, come and shop the next day and get 25% off everything in the store.
Exactly. It works, right?
Okay. We'll be back with Luann after this to say goodbye on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks for being here, Pauline, as
Thank
always.
you.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I got it.
Yes.
I got it. It's on my calendar. Before we say goodbye for the weekend, just a little reminder that the Indian Friendship Center is holding a youth community career fair. November the 19th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Great opportunity. Go to the Delta Hotel. Great opportunity to go and look for employment possibilities. So, Youth Community Career Fair, November 19th.
And as always, this Friday morning, thank you so much to Casey's Security for sponsoring the show for us. And thank you for watching. We appreciate you every single day. And we will see you bright and early Monday morning. We'll have little recaps on Saturday, Sunday as well. See you soon.